Hey guys, this is jjaaxxthelegend here, and I'm here with another Minecraft redstone tutorial. And in this tutorial, I'll be showing you guys how to make an awesome secret staircase type door thing. So behind me we have a regular mountain, right? Wrong! It's a secret door. If I place my button here and press it, you can see my staircase slowly gets assembled, and then the door opens, and I can break this button and walk up into my secret base, press the button again, and it will fully close. Just like that. So let me just break out of my secret base like this, so you can see that's completely flush with the wall and you can't see anything. And from the inside, if I wanted to get out, I just press either of these buttons. I'll just press this one, and I'll just be able to walk out, place the button back down, press it to break it. Simple as that. So now that you've seen this door in action, let's have a look at the redstoning behind it. Now I'm in my sandstone redstone world. You can see all the redstoning behind this door. It looks very complicated, but it's honestly not that complicated. So let's have a look at it in action again. So highlighted here in sea lantern blocks, we have the blocks that are going to pop out of the ground. The two to notice is this one and that one. If you look at this block here, you can see another piston extends there and then retracts. That is because beneath here we have a double piston extender. And this one here doesn't pop out of the ground like that one, it comes out of the wall. And we power that from a redstone tower, which then also powers our door up the top, which is a really simple gem door. Then we press it again, and it happens one more time. So instead of making a triple piston extender, which I don't think you can do, except, of course, if you use some sort of falling block, we push it out from the side wall, but people won't see that because that'll just be oak blocks there, oak planks there. For me, you press it, and it'll all come up, and you'll be able to walk up your door to your secret base. Press this button again, and it'll all close behind you, just like that. Okay, so now let's hop into the tutorial. For this build, you will need a hole that is 3 deep, 10 long, and 6 wide. And the materials that you're going to need are some building blocks, some blocks to build your staircase out in the room, like that, unless you've already got those there, which you probably have. Some repeaters, some redstone comparators, some redstone dust, 2 oak buttons, some droppers, some hoppers, and some redstone torches. Make sure they're redstone torches, not regular torches. I forgot to add one thing to the list. You also need one observer, just one of them, so that it's not hard to get. Okay, now you've dug out the hole and got your materials. Come to the corner you want your staircase to be on, so mine's going to be facing this way, like this one over here, so I'm going to come to this corner here, and then count 5 blocks in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once you're there, count 3 blocks more. 1, 2, 3, and on that third block, place 1 block and then a sticky piston on top facing into the sky. So that's what the placement should look like. Then right in front of that, place 2 more sticky pistons on top of each other facing into the sky. And then you can break that block holder there, and it should look like this. Then place 1 repeater going into this bottom piston. Yeah, that's what they're called. Going into the bottom piston here and put it on 4 ticks delay. And then grab out your observer and hold shift. So you can get on here, hold shift, and place the observer. So this red dot is facing into the sky, or going into your floor. So that is basically the double piston extension, and this bit's our first block. So now you can place your staircase blocks on top of there, like that. Then grab out your redstone dust, and behind this repeater here, place 3 redstone dust like this. So it's going to the further side. Not that side, but that one. Then, next to it, grab out some blocks and place them like so. So from a front-on view, which is this way, this is going to be side 1, side with the blue blocks on it. From this way, it should look like that. From the sky view, like that. So now grab out your redstone torch and place it here, and then place redstone on top of both of those blocks, like that. Then your floor block, and then your floor block. I don't know why I dropped them. then your floor block, and then your button. So when you press that, your double piston extension should work if you have a block here. I completely forgot about that. For this double piston extension to work, you have to place a block there. See? And then it should power it up. And when you press it again, it'll pull it down. So if you have a block here like, let's say glass, because you want to show off your cool observer block, it will not work because it does not transfer redstone currents. But this observer is actually powering the second piston here. So we need to make sure we have a solid block there, so it can do that. Now let's pull it back down. Okay, this little bit is a bit confusing, but I'll try and explain it the best I can. Come next to this redstone torch, place a piece of redstone, and then in front of that, place a redstone repeater which should be powered on. Then, make that go into a dropper, not a dispenser. The dropper has a little triangle droppering bit. And make the dropper go into another dropper which is facing towards the dispensers. And then, place a dropper here diagonal from that one, going into our original dropper. Like that. So that one's going into that one, and then that one's going into that one. And then, place a hopper going into the last dropper we placed. So now, drop any old block into this hopper here, and it should go into this dropper here. So now what we have is a T flip-flop system. So this dropper's going into that dropper's going into that dropper, this dropper's going into that hopper, and that hopper's going into that dropper. And then, place the redstone comparator coming out of the dropper the hopper is going into, or the one that has the item in it at the moment. And it should be powered on, so it should look like this. Now come to this comparator here, and place a block in front of it, and then place a piece of redstone dust on it. Now this piston will instantly get extended, but this one won't be, so we have a bit of a problem. But a simple way to fix that is to break this piece of redstone here, that's on the block the redstone torch is on, and press the button. Then place that redstone back and press it again to deactivate all of it, like that. So we have the first part of our whole staircase system working, and the retraction of it. Now it's time to do the final bits. Okay, to start, come 2 blocks back from the block the redstone torch is, like this, and 1 block to the side, coming away from the wall. Then place a block, then 1 torch, and then another torch, and do this until you've placed 5 torches. So now I think I've placed 5 torches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes, and then place 1 more block on top of it. Just like that. Now come to this redstone torch and going toward this wall here, place 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1 block to the side, like that. Then place redstone on all of these, except for this block here. So it should look like that. And on that block there, place a repeater on 2 ticks, so you just have to click it once. Now that you've got this redstone torch tower, it's time to hook it up to the actual button. Now we don't want to hook it up here, we want to hook it up here from our T flip-flop system. And to do that, place 1 redstone repeater coming out of that block, going into some redstone, and just curve that right around like this. But remember, when passing this redstone here, you have to place a repeater, because otherwise they'll combine, and we don't want that. And then, when you press this button, this top thing should turn off. Like that. When I press it again, it'll turn back on. But for this next step, we want it turned off. So basically, if these blocks are up the top, this top thing should be turned off. Okay, so now grab out your sticky pistons and place them like this. So 2 on these 2 blocks here, and repeat that on 1 more level. Then on these 2 back sticky pistons, place 2 more blocks, 2 more sticky pistons, like that. And then, here's where your door block's going to be, so I'm just going to use wood. I'll place my 2 door blocks like that. So this sticky piston is going into those 2 blocks. These 2 sticky pistons are going into these 2 other sticky pistons, and these sticky pistons are going into that block. Like that. So when you press this button, it'll push out, and you press it again, it'll retract. So now it's time to put in the third step, and then we have to hook up a button from the top so you can close it. For our final step for the staircase, not the retrieving button, but the final step for this, come to the second torch here and place a building block like this. Then place 2 more to the side and then 1 up, like that. Then place a redstone dust here and a repeater going into the block, that is 1 up. Then place a sticky piston on that block facing towards your staircase with an oak plank or any type of your staircase block on that block, on the sticky piston. So it should look like that. And when you press this button here, it should all deactivate, and these should extend out. So now I'm going to add a bit of a floor in, and we can do the final step. Okay, so I've added a bit of a floor and a wall here, so if I press this button here, my staircase will extend, and I'll be able to just hop back up here. But I need to add a floor in here, so I suggest you quickly do that. And also, you can cover this up by just placing a few blocks like this. But sadly, you can't cover up these 2 pistons here, but I honestly don't think they're that noticeable. Now that you've covered those up, place some blocks along here, and then on this very edge, break this block here. And then, place 3 blocks down, 1, 2, 3, and destroy the top 2. So it should look like that. And then place 1 piece of redstone dust. And then you can place that block back. Then on that block that the redstone dust is on, place a redstone torch, going towards the closest wall. I'm just going to have to quickly destroy my height pillar here, but you won't have to do that unless you've measured the height like I have. Then come 3 blocks down from that, 2 blocks down from that, break the top one, and place a piece of redstone dust. And then place 1 more torch here, and then on the floor level, place 1 more, and then hook this up, right there. So, from here, it comes 3 blocks down, and on the 3rd block, you leave that block, place a redstone on that, redstone torch, then 2 blocks down, the 2nd block, there's some redstone torch, and then that leads into this system here. So when I press this button here, it kind of powers that, but it doesn't actually. So now, if I add a button at the top here, hopefully I didn't throw it away, nope, I didn't. You can see, I can fully open and close my door from the top. Now you don't have to use a wooden button, you can always use a stone one. Because thanks to this handy dandy flip-flop system, let me just grab a stone button, you can press a button and break it, and then just walk up, press a button in here. Now that's probably a lot safer than just leaving the button on the ground there for someone to walk up and get into your base and steal all the loot. But you don't have to if you're on a safe world and you just want a cool entrance to your base. Okay, so there you have a fully working secret redstone base entrance. All you have to do is walk up with your key, place it in this corner, press a button, and your door will open. And then you can come back here and press this button, and it will close. Just like this. And as you can see, there's no traces left behind except for your button, which I forgot to break. And this is reasonably compact, so I think it can fit into any Minecraft build, or even into a mountain. And especially if you're building this on the bottom floor, you should have no problem building this. Now you know how to build this awesome secret door. So I'm going to wrap it up there. So that's going to be the end of this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, and remember to subscribe if you're new. We're like only 10 away from 700. It would be so cool if we hit that this week. So, I'll see you guys later. Peace. And remember, stay carbonated.